So in fitting the drawer, we got to remember that we have to leave room for this thing to expand and contract. And I've left about a 1/16 of an inch. It's a very humid day. I may have to shave that down a little bit, but it's about a 1/16 of an inch all the way across there. And I've left about a 32nd on the ends. It's not going to grow it's not going to grow lengthwise of the board. It's going to grow width seasonally. So in the winter time it'll be a little bit less, and in the dead summertime it's going to be a little bit thicker, a little bit wider rather. So that's the front of the drawer. I have that labeled. The sides are all squared up and they look good to the legs too, nice and even there. The sides I have labeled as well. I'm going to label the ends then too in just a moment here, but I have which end of this is square, because I'm not going to cut the lengths of this until after I get this attached to the front and I feel good about it. So my front comes out. My sides come into that. Square end forward. I'm going to lay these out. So let me get my stand so I can set this thing. I can show you how this is going to happen. Oops, can't do it that way. I can't even see it. So I have to mark on here. It has to go in, and I want to leave about, 3/16 on the side here. Leave about 8 to 3/16 there, so it's only going to go in so far. So I'm going to set a marking gauge to what that depth is there for my dovetails that are going on the front there. This one I'll mark it all the way around. This one I'll mark the ends on here. So I'm going to say that I'll leave. Set this in the vise. That's my front side. So I'm going to get my marking gauge here. And I want to leave it to about 1/8 of an inch to the front there. And there really is no rule in terms of how far back the dovetails have to sit in. But you want to make sure you leave enough in the front there so that you're not going to chisel it out. You know what I mean? If you have a really thin piece there, when we go ahead and cut these dovetails out, that's going to break out the front there. Then I'm going to use the same measurement I have here to draw on my sides to show how long those tails are that are going to go in. I'm going to draw out my mortises first before I draw the tails. This is called the pins side. The tails and the pins.